Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. We haven't been streaming since Tuesday morning due to a variety of circumstances. I'm hoping that my internet actually holds up. That has been the latest issue. Uh-oh. I have an echo coming from my phone. Yesterday we were in the 45-45 classical arena. I felt I needed to play some chess as I didn't play yesterday morning, I don't believe. I woke up a little late, unfortunately. We do need to study this line. Uh-oh, this is a different line. Why move the same piece twice? That is the question. If you want to be good, do not move the same piece twice in the opening. It's a simple rule. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Now, let's amend that. Don't move the same piece twice unless necessary. How about that? It just seems unusual, yeah? Whoa. Let's see if we can get him to move the same piece twice again, as we're about to threaten him. He has stunted my growth just a little bit, I have to admit. I do need to keep this pawn protected, which is why I didn't go to d6, allowing e5, queen d5, bishop c4. Okay. This looks like a standard operation. It's called a seesaw tactic, winning a pawn. And now for something completely different. Is he going to try to open up lines in the center? I guess we will find out. Again, in the mode of not moving the same piece twice in the opening. Again, not moving the same piece twice in the opening. We managed to assert ourselves with an aggressive rook. In fact, both of our rooks could be and should be considered dangerous. I don't get it. But where do I go from here? I would like to anchor myself on the c3 square. That's where I'd like to be. In an ideal world, we're headed for d5, a nice outpost square. We will double rooks on the c file. Back rank is a threat. Amid 898. So we have one extra pawn somehow. And now, are we going to accomplish our goal? And if we do have a goal, what goal would that be? Probably it would have been better to attack along these lines, but still crossing my fingers that we are going to accomplish something here. Tactically. Interesting. Where could he be going? Knight e2 check. Queen c3, we're trying to simplify. Well, now we're not just attacking one rook, but two. And the knight. So we're actually technically forking everything that he owns at this very moment. That queen is attacking in three directions. And he didn't see the attack on the rook in the corner. So we'll take the rook in the corner, I guess. So now I'm debating whether or not we flesh him out some more. Or if we just offer the trade of queens. We have an exchange and we have an extra pawn. We can always flesh him out some more on another note. Hoping to get control of the second rank, possibly dropping in on the 6th rank. And now we'll drop in on the 6th rank, just to keep the pressure on the knight. It does look a little bit sketchy. Or should we throw this check in first? It's a tough call, but let's do this first. Or should we just improve our position? Let's improve our position. Make sure we don't have any back rank mate threats. Now I could do some critical analysis here, but this position is objectively winning. So when I have an opportunity, I will bear it down. And now I think I'm going to use the opportunity to fork him. Or am I? Is he coming in on this square? It's very unusual. We have more opportunities here to ease this situation. Where are you headed, sir? Let's give him a complimentary checkup. Trade queens. Put a rook on the 7th rank. Find better squares for our pieces. As can be expected. Should we harass him some more? I feel like we should, because I don't know what his future entails. He's not coming forward, is he? This is the only square for the knight. Forward. Retreating would get into further trouble, I think. Guarding the knight loses the knight. For example, if he puts his knight on that square, we get to attack it a second time, no matter which direction he were to try to guard it from. The 3 steps to chess improvement are to first master one's own skills. We're going to checkmate that rook if we can. Use our pawn majority on the queen side. We can chase his rook around until we're blue in the face, but it's not going to make a difference. I just want to limit the movement of his rook. Put 2 rooks in the back rank and checkmate him from behind. Will he fall for it? I feel he will. Now it's checkmate. Given a couple of checks. Was I the last game going? That was tragic. Should not have been bandying about so much. Obviously. If you've not yet followed the stream and would like to pitch in on some advice, please do. If you've not yet joined the dojo, this is the place to do it. If you've not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel to watch any of the past instructional broadcasts, that's where you go. A1 steak sauce. Here we go. Trying to recall if I need another e4 or knight c3. I definitely need a knight c3. But I also need g4s and b4s. And a4s and a3s. I don't know which one is behind, but let's just play black today. In lieu of anything else, let's just play black. Alright, so now we need an opening system where a5 is useful. How about the Alekhine? And now for something completely different. Our opponent is playing a 4 knights game of sorts. Let's check it out. Got a nice standard king pawn opening where we're going to make use of the square a5 somehow. So this is interesting. I don't know that anybody has moved the same piece twice before when I needed it. That's strange. Is that strange or what? Alright, we're going to continue along our merry way with Stafford Gambit ideas, of course. Our pieces are relatively invincible in the center. I think bishop to b5 was probably more to the point. But while we're at it, while we are at it, interesting. So where is this knight going now? His pawn structure is really crippled, isn't it? I feel like it is. His knights are really dominating me. I'll give him that much. I will give him that much. Wow. Bishop to g5. Queen to b3, knight to e5. Can we bother him against any of those wishes? I don't know, but let's try. Interesting. I feel like I have to take at least once. I feel like he's giving back the pawn. For what it's worth, he's giving back the pawn. We're after this pawn now. We're after the doubling of rooks. Simplifying on the 7th rank, is that possible? Just limiting his movement, improving our king position, getting all of our ratings back over 2200. Literally all of our ratings back over 2200. That is our goal. Oh no! I didn't see one move. He lulled me to sleep so badly. That one deserves a clip. He definitely lured me to sleep. I had to take the night. Egads, folks. I really was lured to sleep by him not doing anything to me. Can you believe that? Oh, before we go any further, let's check our opening book to see what we need in the 200-point GTO scale. Yes, we are still on the road to 200. A4. Please tell me that I need that. We're at 101 A4s. I kind of ruined my my nice flat streak here. 101 A4s. I need H3, G4. More than I need A4. But I guess A4 now I need to bring it up to a respectable level. A4, H3, G4. Those are the ones we're working on now. That was very sad that I did that to myself. Nicely done, A11. A1 steak sauce got me. A little too spicy for me. Let's pull this down just a little bit. That's just enough. I guess we can still see everything on the bottom, so it doesn't really matter. It was a great move. Queen d7 is what I was calculating about. I didn't know what I was going to do on queen to d7, to be honest. Was knight to e4 a good move? Yeah, that might help the doubling of rooks. Yeah, that's probably the shot. It would have almost been the same as the first one, except I would have paid attention to my f2 square in that lot. But he played the better move, which lured me into thinking that he had nothing. And I allowed mate in 2. Wow. I feel like rook to e7 was just such a terrible move. Rook takes b6? It's hard to believe, right? That would be a good move. And thud. That's how you lose a chess game, folks. What is the opponent's big idea? The big threes. Let's add that as a command. Why not? Big. Always ask yourself. Self? What is the opponent's big idea? There we go. Big idea. Always ask yourself every move. Self? What is the opponent's big idea? That was brutal, everyone. Learning chess. Good morning. If you've not yet followed the channel, now is the time. had a number of internet-related other faux pas to take care of. I don't know how he's going to stop this. This is only going to last so long. Because now, maybe, just maybe.
Learning chess.
Said. GLHF.
Thank you, Learning Chess. It is also Tapas New's birthday. Tapas New Chess, by the way. I only noticed it after I had been in a hurry setting up all of the tournaments. I think that's his name. A happy birthday to Tapas New Chess. And I was debating changing it after the fact to Tapas New Chess's birthday, but I didn't really have time. So if anyone sees Tapas New in any of the streams, make sure you wish him a happy birthday today. I hope he's not online today. I hope he is celebrating with his family and friends. Not necessarily online. Wow, that really smarted. I needed that wake-up call. I had a nice winning streak going up until that moment, by the way. In Rapid and Classical. Alright. So, because I started with A4. What? My opponent is a 24? Hold on here. I need to see this. Grandmaster Champion. And of course, I didn't pay attention to the ones that I really need to look at. So we're going to go with Knight C3. Now, Grandmaster Champion has lost 2 and won 2. So we're going to check out his record a little bit later to see what his games prior to mine were and who his opponents were that he was 23-16. Alright, he was just to play a Caro-Kann. We will go for it. We're soon going to find out if this is a 24-18 Lee chess rating or a 24-18 real rating. So his blitz is 21-14. So I have a feeling that in Rapid something else is going on, which we will of course find out. I like to throw that move in early. Now all of these moves are standard automatic decisions. They should be answered right away. And he is, interestingly, I'm not sure which knight should go where. I am torn on this one. I'm going to go with the knight that I can support. This one I can recapture. What is he threatening? Is he threatening that? Is he threatening g6? That is the question. If I take and he plays g6, what is my follow-up? Bishop to g5? If I take and he plays this, and he plays g6, and I play queen takes h6. I feel like it's almost worth it to see his bishop on that square. I don't want to lose to him, though. So therein lies the tale. Here. Here. I really do just want to take and see what happens. Sometimes you just want to have fun. So takes g6, takes, and queen takes h6. Takes, bishop takes is a problem. Yeah, it's a problem. So we'll just support ourselves. How about that? We'll support our knight. Not going to do anything drastic, just in case Grandmaster Champion as a Grandmaster Coach. Grandmaster Champion could have a Grandmaster Coach, and that would be very awkward. To say the least, it would be very awkward. Bishop e4, castles g6, queen e2, bishop d5, takes. Thank you very much. And now for something completely irreverent. I think we have to take once. But do we have to take twice? Or can I ignore him and reset myself in the center? Pawn takes, knight takes. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'd rather have my knight in a better square, to be honest. Bishop to g5. Insta-thought. Bishop to g5, insta-thought. Yeah, I don't really want him coming into d3 either. I don't want to limit the movements of my queen. Alright. Chess. Doubling rooks? Is it an option? Let's see what happens here. So far we've managed to activate all of our pieces. We've got a slightly worse endgame. He has oh, it looks like I'm winning another pawn. I had a chance to win the game and I didn't take it. This position is going in the book as I missed a winning opportunity. Or did I? Maybe I didn't miss a winning opportunity. I missed a losing opportunity. Now, can I play h5 and play for a win? I don't think I can. Unfortunately, I don't think I can. This is just a relatively equal. King and pawn endgame. Well, isn't that interesting? Is there a threat? Oh no! Touch move. Touch move error. Touch move error. I really didn't see what was going on there. Did not see what was going on there at all. Mouse slip. Let's take a quick peek at that opening to see wherein my opponent missed his chance to play bishop d6 and bishop takes f4. That is but Vinnick's recipe in this particular position, by the way. So in this position, bishop d6 is what's recommended among masters. After knight on 1 to e2, bishop d6. Interesting. What is it about this move order that is changing the perspective? Knight f4, bishop takes f4. This is the recipe to avoid an absolute catastrophe. After knight f6, the statistics look really good for black too. I should castle and not play for it? I should castle and not play for it. Let's take a quick peek at this opening here. Bishop d6. Knight takes e6 is very double-edged. Knight on g to h5, I believe, is what I usually play. Of course, Yasser Seirawan defends the maniacal way. This is actually saw that game in an inside chess many years ago. So the Ponomariev game was knight on b to d7. Karpov didn't react very well to this at all. Ponomariev played queen f3. And after knight d5, can you imagine beating Karpov with this line against the Caro-Kann? Ponomariev, give me a lot of kudos. Great credit. How are we doing? One game still going. Good luck learning chess. Let's observe learning chess here. Ouch. Never mind. We showed up at the wrong time. He was playing Alireza GM. Hopefully we'll recover. We were at 2190. Yuck. It was really too smooth. What was happening to us was really too smooth. And I think the book that I am studying on the French is downstairs, but I am also mixing it in with a little bit of others. Now this line is not supposed to be real. It's really not real. We're just going to continue our development. It's too bad I don't have a discovery on this. Do I have enough? Wow, he gave that up pretty quickly. I was, of course, waiting for rook e1 because now the f2 square is a little bit in the lurch. We have rook g8. Our king is relatively and entirely safe in the center. The queenside pawns have been locked down. I'm kind of curious as to how he's going to develop his kingside. Still very curious.
Lorenzo
said. Dejan.
Where's the queen going? I might need to extract myself here. Good morning, Lauren. How are you? I feel like this is very close to winning a pawn. But I don't want his knight to have any good squares. So we will decide on this one later.
Lorenzo
Said. Doing good, thanks.
Lorenzo
Said. Hope you're doing well also.
Queen takes, rook there. This queen does look a little bit trapped. What? We're going to desperado. As well we need to. We're going to keep overworking him as best we can. So let's see here. Check.
Lorenzo
Said. Did you have 19qxf3?
I did. I was hoping that I still had it, actually. But I do not have it now. But I can't take it with check. Let's just do that. And then we'll batten down the hatches, just in case we think we're getting into trouble. How about that? How about that?
Lorenzo
said, I love a good barnacle.
Indeed. Whoa! Totally unexpected, folks. So rook check, rook check. So this is a threat. So we're going to allow him to check on g8, check, check, and then we're going to walk away, right? Or should we go, well, that's a bummer. Well, let's repeat the position just once and see what he's up to. How about that? Can I escape? Check. King moves. This looks really annoying. Not sure how annoying it is, but we'll find out how annoying it is in a moment. So now the moment of truth. He's trying to play queen takes a4, so if I just move, his queen is still hanging, right? He gets to check me again, and I move my king. And then he gets to pin me, perhaps. Or should I just take and just walk right out? Check. Now everything seems to be hanging, including his king. That was super annoying, folks. How did I get down to 2176? What? I lost that many rating points for Grandmaster Champion? The mouse slip cost me... Oh no, I lost 11, 2179, so I lost 3 to Grandmaster Champion. I'm not fretting over any particular rating points. We said we were going to check out Grandmaster Champion. Relatively new account. Happy to have him here. Black Dragon. I believe that he is a young player. He has his own team, whom I don't recognize. I'm afraid he doesn't have many friends. Grandmaster Champion and Friend. I believe he needs to rename that with one S. I hope he's going to plan more events in the near future. So 318 games. He is a fairly strong player. Yesterday I competed in the 45-45 league for the first time. We weren't gonna...
Said. I crossed back over 2K Blitz, though it's funny I'm starting to not care as much about my rating yet. The less I care about it, the more rating I gain.
Exactly. Like the watched clock never moves. In fact, in chess, the watched rating actually goes backwards. Did I play 4 rapid games? Oh, those are today. I didn't realize that I played 7 classical games yesterday. And I was -2 when the day ended at 6 p.m.
Lorenzo.
Said. If only that applied to aging, I'd like to go back a couple of years.
Right? Indeed. Yeah, I really regret that. I lost 2 rating points for a total of 13. That's fair. For a mouse slip, 2 rating points. This is the mouse slip, folks. I was planning on playing Rook 2, E6, and we stopped here because of the touchscreen. F3. Nicely done, sir. Well, against F3, I am an avid Caro-Kann player, so I like this option a lot. And now we are in Black-Mardimer territory, or Torian-Trompovsky territory. So, because we've been studying the French, I see no reason not to continue in the same vein. Basically, this is queenside expansion time.
Kingslayer Sloan.
Said. John, my chess is going.
Well, we all have to go sometimes. I usually call it number 2. When it gets back,
Lorenzo.
we will talk to it.
Said. Right now I'm focusing not so much on rating as a goal, but more in improving my skills. Right now it's pawn structures and middle game plans, though the game collections also have lots of tactics, calculation, dynamics lessons. I've noticed that by setting my goals to skills, not rating, makes me feel much better.
Lorenzo.
Said. Hey Kingslayer Sloan.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kingslayer Sloan.
Kingslayer Sloan.
Said. Lorenzo 33 Wales did not take your advice.
The E3 square seems to be crying out very weakly.
Kingslayer Sloan, my sister told me she's never won a bet. I shouldn't have let her bet $1.
Lorenzo.
Said. She jinxed it.
She bet $1.
Kingslayer Sloan.
Said. Should have bet on the All Blacks.
Oh, I see. You were betting on that. I understand completely now. Alright, well, we're going to capture what we can capture. How about that? We are going to capture what we can capture. Whoopee. And now, takes. I don't know what's happening here. But I am hoping to get some action.
Lorenzo
said. I don't gamble myself, but my sister often bets on random sports she doesn't understand, usually just a single dollar on some super outside chance. She has had her account since 2018 and has only spent $48 total.
That is very cool, I have to admit.
Lorenzo
said. I asked her, who do you bet on, and she said, oh, I love golf. Better I find a random tournament and choose the person who's lost the most games.
And choose the person who's lost the most games. That's very cool.
Lorenzo.
They are due, after all.
She hopes one day the penultimate loser will have a miracle run and win a huge amount.
The odds are probably really good on the return as well. So, now we're trapped in Fisher's mind.
Lorenzo
said. Me though, I'm forbidden from gambling as a Buddhist, but I don't see harm in her odd bet now and then.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing wrong with an odd bet every now and then. So that was the interesting move, I admit. Trying to win a piece, right? Let's see what we can get out of this. It looks very sketchy, I admit. Knight e3, bishop e3, fe3. Knight takes d6, won a bishop, because a bishop takes h7 check. But we do have one extra pawn, and I would like to keep it. And now for something completely different. Knight e3, fe3. Where is his knight going? Is his knight going forward? Am I okay with that? I don't know if I'm okay with it. My squares are so weak. King h8. Let's see where his rook is going first. We need to know where his rook is going first. And now his knight has fewer squares. Since his knight will have fewer squares, his rook will have fewer squares. His bishop will have fewer squares. All right. So, he is attacking that twice. Wow. Wow, 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 ladies and gentlemen. That is a total wowzers. Our queen is hanging with check. What's the most damage that we can do? In one go. Looks like this is the most damage we can do. Keep our queen off of a white square. Move me on to any white square. So he's down in exchange for one pawn. Wow. He's trying to win my queen. I didn't see this coming at all. At all, at all, at all. Darn it. I lost my pizza. We're going to have to work for a living, folks. We are going to have to work for a living. He didn't see it. That was good. I don't mind that. Yeah, we're in trouble. I shouldn't have sacked it. Should not have sacked it. It's got a check. We're just going to have to play some positional chess. Wow, did I blow that or what? I looked at my rating, Lord. It's true, I looked at my rating. And I should not have looked at my rating. Everything was going so nicely in that game. Bishop e5. Rook c1. Bishop f4. Not bishop e3. f5 straight away. What is the difference here after f5 straight away? Then queen e2 is another blunder. Should have played rook to d5. Rook takes d5. Got it. And knight f4 was way too cute. All I had to do was recapture. Recapture. The bishop had to move. And then put a rook on the open file or anything. Anything. How simple was that? We start the whole thing all over again. Very annoying. So queen to d1. And I could have escaped with queen e6. Is that true? I don't think that's an escape. Knight to c2. Queen takes a2. Yeah, that's right. That's what I should have done. Did I have a better move here instead of queen to d7 and besides? Knight e3. Knight e3 also would have been good. I'm reeling, folks. Reeling, I tell you. Rook a1 had to be played. Because on bishop takes e3. It's just a clear advantage. Alright, moment of truth. Doesn't register our second A4. Didn't we get A4 in? No, we played knight C3. 1029. Learning chess. Good morning. A4. Another reason why I like to do this, to a great extent.
Kingslayer Sloan
said. What's new with you, John?
I mean, I'm sorry that I missed our opportunity for the podcast yesterday. I should have kept to it, but my grandson was occupying me at the time, so. Those family moments that you're not always going to get, you know? It's awkward. I didn't always appreciate the family moments, and when I was growing up...
Kingslayer Sloan
said.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
My back was quite painful.
I hope you're not taking anything for that. I am under the weather as well, which helps to deepen my voice just a little bit.
Kingslayer Sloan
Just a little bit.
Pain is weakness leaving the body.
Pain is weakness leaving the body. I like it. Where is learning chess?
Sloan
said. I'm glad you took the time for family.
Yeah, that was key. I have not streamed in roughly 5 days because I also had other family issues going on, which it was great to take my mind off of it when we did the previous weekend as we were leading into it. And then Wednesday it was good because I had just gotten back from a moment. Oldest daughter's in a spot of troubles. But she will be good. I actually thought that he would play c6. I did think that he would play c6. This whole structure with a4 on my part is now useful. Not as certain how useful his a5 is, because he would rather have maybe a6 and b5 in this position. One thing is for certain. We will keep and maintain control of the white squares and control the dark squares if we can. I'm lucky that I'm only at 2175 after all that. It could have been far worse. So Steinitz would have me take on e5 and play for the weakness of the d6 square, but there's no guarantee that I can keep a piece from going to e5. So we're just going to barnacle and continue to hold. Hold, hold, steady. We will prepare to seize upon the C6 weakness, the B6 weakness, the D6 weakness, I should say. I didn't mean to say C6 weakness. So he's managed to avoid putting anything on those squares just yet.
Learning chess.
Said. Sorry, disconnect, I had low battery.
Completely understandable, yeah? Hopefully I won't run into any problems here. Well, it could have been time, as it is now, to start seizing upon these squares. Wow. First things first, everybody. Learning chess is overextended just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Now we're going to return to the original source of the issue. We could have taken another pawn there, but my queen would have been overworked. Which rook? Let's go with this one. And now for something completely different. Takes, 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 takes. And life is getting a little bit tricky here, folks. Just a little bit tricky. We need more attackers. More attackers. One of my students saw me winning one of my games yesterday where I had mate in 2. But I continued to just bring all of my forces to bear on what was going on in the position. So now when we take So now the back rank is weak. Is there a way to take advantage of the back rank weakness? I do not know. But we will try. This looks like it should be the win of a pizza. But it's not quite the win of a pizza. Whoa. That is remaining pinned, right? Could have grabbed even more material, but we're going to go for the passed pawn instead. The passed pawn instead variation. Is there a mate? Oh no. Can you believe I almost fell for a back rank mate again? Of all things. King h3 and h4, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we had queen to g8 and queen to g3 mate, but we need to get everybody in on the action.
Learning chess.
Content is king.
Very good attack.
Learning chess.
Said. GG.
I know the low battery situation. I had it yesterday during the classical arena. And then I had the futzing out of my internet. My internet was just not... I have to find out where the leak in my internet is at whatever moment. Maybe I need to change the internet password for a lot of them. Or maybe I need an update to my Wi-Fi router settings. Two rounds left, and can I catch Armand Liao? I lost to Armand Liao. How did I lose to Armand Liao? Was that the one? Oh no, I beat Armand Liao, so I can't play him again. I am his only loss. I've been playing the French non-stop. Non-stop. Bishop e2, a4 right away. That's what I should play. I'm playing a very different system than the one I normally play. Second verse, same as the first here. So was queen to b3 an annoyance? That is the question. They're saying queen takes, and then a4, queen d7. Possibly, yes, this was a very annoying thing. And then they have the b5 square hole. Aha! I've learned something. I've learned something learning chess. What was it in one of my early games that I was looking for? I forgot to capture that tactical moment early on. A4. We should be at 103 right now on the A4 scale. And now for something completely different. Fascinating. What in the world? We're going for the D6 square, folks. Yeah, he's trying for it. I know what he's trying for. He wants bishop to b4 check. He might get it. But I'm okay with this, by the way. We have more where that came from, ladies and gentlemen. We do have more where that came from. Do I want to play knight e5, bishop e5? Or do we just want to play g4, g5? Let's pretend like this is all part of the plan. Where are you going, sir? Mm-hmm. We're going for it. Our king is no longer safe in the center. We might have to scooch him out. Now king f1 could be a move. Just going to do this the old-fashioned way. Interesting. That's a good fork. It is a good fork.
Kingslayer Sloan.
Said. I'm doing some of your book, John.
That's good. It will be useful and helpful.
Kingslayer Sloan.
Said. I'm expecting 400 more ELO.
Well, I hope you get it. I just need to get my pieces active here. And now for something completely different. Well, that's a bummer. I let him in. I'm going to probably, unfortunately, feel the pain in this one. Let's get our rook as active as humanly possible. And then we will also attempt to get our king as active as humanly possible. Get our king to safety. Where are you going, sir? Does he have a perpetual check? Let's stop any possible perpetual checks. He had a 5. But life was going to go downhill
King on
quickly.
chess.
Said. GG.
Keon Chess, good morning. Let's give this fellow a shout out, as he is a hard-working streamer, showing his games, putting himself on the line every day. I think Rogan jinxed me by saying that I stream every day, and then I took 5 days off for personal
King on
matters.
chess.
Said. Yes.
It isn't easy. Yesterday I jumped in the 45-45 Classical League. That was not easy either.
King on chess.
Classical chess,
Said. I'm playing saxophone now too.
that's lovely. It's actually a good release of stress to play an instrument.
King Slayer Sloan.
Said. Taking time off is good.
So I finished 12th in this league, starting about 2 hours late. Because I had the podcast scheduled for Rogan, I didn't want to do it, but then I had some time to myself when my grandson wasn't around, and I decided I would jump in. 2 hours late. And the Grandmaster beat me. He ruined my streak. I think I would have had a really nice run toward the end had he not, downed me, and then I spiraled a little bit. Unfortunately. But it was very doable to finish in the top 10. Maybe even the top 3. Thorsten. So yeah, I had it was a slight glitch, right? I play him, and then I win 8 in a row. Took me a little while to find my footing. So I lost to the players that were higher rated than me, except for this one. I remember that one hurt. This was actually the first one. I threw away a winning position. It got to me. I spiraled, and then I played a 2340 that I probably... I don't know, I just wasn't even present for Methody. Unfortunately. Just wasn't even present for that one. But that's it. That's all we get. 8 rounds. Oh, we had 9 rounds, and I did manage to find my way back to the podium. There were many moments when I didn't think the podium mattered for me because I'm going to be in it every single day. But after 5 days off, I mean, I did play chess in the last 5 days. There was only one day when I don't think I played the morning arena a little bit.
King on chess.
Said. Congrats.
Yeah. I'm not aiming for the podium. I'm aiming to be better at chess. And it is 10 a.m., which is the time that I told my wife I would go to the local Walgreens/CVS/apothecary. In other countries, it would be the apothecary, as they have a window to print out pictures, because my oldest daughter wanted pictures of Anakin for her stay in lovely Carmel, New York, for a little while. And I would like to go with her, but I don't think she's allowed any visitors just yet. We will see. But I want to thank everyone for being here. If anyone has an interesting game from the tournament, I should try to hunt down the tactical game that I was looking for. There was a tactic that I wanted to show. Yeah, this is the seesaw tactic. This one definitely needs to be in my book. I'm actually adding some more standard tactics to books. To my book. And I have to actually find some really good examples of improving your worst placed pieces. What is the opponent's big idea? Those are primarily defensive ideas. This was a nice standard tactic. This was a good fork. Right? Was this the best move? I think it was. Oh, they wanted me to play knight e2 check straight away. And just take the exchange that way, rather than taking the rook on a1. I see. Knight e2 check. King f1, queen d4. And I gain an extra move of time on the whole thing. So I chose this move. Which is a useful one. And then the game was relatively boring here. This is a good finding a pin. Almost no matter which way he went, I was finding a pin. Going back to Vaganian's birthday. Any more tactics? This game I should have won. I can't believe that I lost this game. This game put me on tilt a little bit. And this one is for black, and it is removing the defender. Doesn't completely exonerate him from all of his charges, but I didn't see queen takes f2. I'd been asleep for so long, I did not see queen takes f2. And I lost. In the next game, Grandmaster Champion. I was already looking at this one before. I think I have to turn off those move suggestion arrows. Those things. Best move arrows. Let's turn those off. Because I want to be able to see what's going on. Enable, evaluation gauge, infinite analysis, neural network. CPU, let's go to 6 because 6 is such a magical number. And I have 64 megabytes of RAM, gigabytes of RAM, so let's give it even more memory. Wish I could ask for the re-analysis. Yeah, knight h5 is best. And then rook to g8 is forced. Next time I'll know. I treated my opponent with no respect. No respect. Queen to g4 I did consider. I just wasn't sure what I would do on bishop f5. Whenever you don't have your analysis up there, you have to reload. Then queen e2. Because the knight is no longer attacked twice. Got it. So yeah, the idea of queen g4 is the clearance for the knight. And positions roughly equal. There's nothing to this line, by the way, against the Caro-Kann. I should take back with the pawn? I guess so. I thought I had everything under control here. I answered with the best move. What's the opponent's big idea? Really? Rook c1? Seriously? Rook c1 is the best move? Come on. Oh, because I had a slight advantage? That's crazy. So in this particular position, if he saves his bishop, I win. Does everybody see it? If he saves his bishop, I win. White to move and win if he's... Oh, actually, I don't win. Never mind. He tries to save his bishop. I actually thought that I had the trapping of the bishop because of the pin. But unfortunately, he has either bishop a6 or bishop e6 in both cases. That's no good. All the way up until my touch move error. I was playing rook e6 and I dropped it on e4. Next up, Armand Leo. Cyber Attack and Key and Chess is streaming. Maybe we will return the favor for Key and Chess. I feel like I missed a tactic in here, though. Rook to g6. Simpler. I was a little worried about this. Oh. He does not have that because his queen is hanging. If he plays rook on a to b1, queen here, rook takes b7. That's a great geometric shape. Basically, rook takes g2 and queen takes h7. Reload. All of the tabs in the background. Knight to d8 is also winning. I had not thought about knight to d8. I forgot that I had that option. There's no doubt in my mind that he would have fallen for that. Just strategically and decidedly winning. So I feel like I missed a tactic here, though. Desperado.
Said, hello everyone, sometimes you become...
Yeah. Indeed. This is a good example of a desperado. I'm not sure where I will put it, but... basically, I desperado, he desperados, and then I desperado. And I get an extra piece out of the deal. Even if I don't like my bishop on that square, quite acceptable. I'll still get my knight to a very good square. I'll get my bishop back here and I'll go after that weakness. And then I'll promote this pawn. So, queen h8 takes, and it liked my move. Knight takes d4. Whoa, Lauren was asking about queen takes f3 here. I just didn't feel like that was going to solve the problems that I was facing after rook on e to b1. Right? But I forgot I have knight to d8. So silly. Oh, first things first, they have to play this move. And we need a refresh. Get our analysis. Knight takes d4 was stronger than queen f3. Queen f3 was 5th best in the position. So this was all good. Playing relatively perfectly. Oh, I had knight e5. Because I cover this pawn. There's no threat. So I was worried about check, 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 and I can just walk away. Because it's mate. How silly. I ruined it. Queen e4 could have worked here. Because I forgot that I can just walk away. I have knight e1 check and mate. I find it later. So in this position, rook f5. Did not consider that move. Trapping the queen, preparing mate. Did he have anything? Was knight e1 the best move? Knight e1 and knight d4 were the best moves. So I need to taking it simpler. And then it's all over but the shouting. Last time through, everybody, that was Armand Liao. This is a game I probably should have won. But this might be a tactic that we could add to our... I mean, I'm better here. So c takes d4 is good. Knight takes d4 is best. E takes d4. And now knight takes d5 is best. And I should play bishop to f4 straight away. The idea of check and winning the exchange. So the plan that I thought I was going to play was knight e3, but after bishop takes, this is a tactic for white that should appear in the book. Basically, you get to take a free pizza. And I cannot take, for obvious reasons. And then there's one other one that occurs later. If he took on e4, this is a tactic for black, which we don't see often enough. Bishop takes h2, king h2, queen h4, and it is very decisive. That's good that you can delete from here in the analysis. Then I get back on track. Knight e3 is probably best. Oh, f5. I never really completely understood this move now. So had he played the same move as in the game, he would not have won the game. Because I would have not fallen for bishop h6 check again. My queen sitting on d5. It was a very good move on his part. So f5. I thought about f4. Letting him have the square back. Knight f4 looks good. Queen to d6 is best. That was a little extreme.
John.
The thing I was trying for was to try to win his stuff this way. But I was wrong. It doesn't actually work. Good night, Rogan. Thanks, man. We'll return to our regularly scheduled programming. This is very sad that I didn't just take and go for it. Or better yet, take and go for it. Just king h8, preparing rook to c2 and queen in. C'est la vie. So knight f4, and then I lose my queen to another tactic which needs to be seen again. Not going to stop on this, by the way. Was not seen in the game. So this position, I feel like I have better moves for my attack. Queen e5 is better. And then on knight takes e3, I no longer lose my queen. Oh, what about queen to d8? That would have stopped him. Knight takes knight f4. That's the one we want. That is the one we want. Bishop h7 check, yada yada yada. And then we lost. Learning chess. Was there a good tactic in here, learning chess?
So, now we're trapped in Fisher's mind, battling his own private army.
Momo chess. Namaste. How are
We're lost in
you?
limbo till our brains turn to scrambled egg.
You can't be calling it a day already. Are you going to do something with the rest of your day that's really
Momo
profitable and useful?
Said.
Good afternoon indeed. Good morning and good afternoon. Morning for me.
Momo.
Said. Going shopping.
Ah, that's nice. Anything in particular? Should play rook on f to d1 right now. And I missed my chance for the seesaw tactic again, by the way.
Said. We'll have a look.
The seesaw tactic again.
Said. Maybe something nice.
You haven't decided yet. We're up a lot of pawns. A lot of pawns. The golden square. Is this a really important tactic to miss? Nah, rook on f to d1 is equal in value. Knight to b6 was better? Okay, fine. Be that way. Yeah, rook to d7 was winning. Knight to b6 is better. And probably rook to d7 again is winning. But queen c4 check is better. And this was just downhill. Alright, last game because I have to run. For real this time. Abdel Ak. By the way, for those of you who do not know me, I am FIDE trainer and National Master John MacArthur. I am very close to taking on students. I have very reasonable rates, despite what it says on the Lichess profile page. If you've not yet followed the channel, if you've not yet joined the dojo for regular training, if you've not yet subscribed to the YouTube, this is your chance. Please do so. Please give us the nod. Well, wait a minute. Where did that game go? So the last game for the tactical, I did not play this very well positionally at all. Thank you for the stream again. Yeah, knight to b5. Question mark. That should be 3 question marks if they were possible, because you just don't start playing chess without finishing your opening. Basically, bishop d3, h3, rook c1, anything would be better. Bishop to b5 would be better. Putting more pressure on all of these squares. But I played really terribly here. I'm lucky that I won. My plan was to play king e2, but I should just admit my mistake and put my knight back on c3 and be better. But no. And now, queen to b3. I did consider it right away. I should continue with knight e5, now that I have the chance. Threatening knight c6. Why didn't I do that? I don't know why I didn't do that. There was something to do with this square. I don't know, I had a hallucination that this was doing something when he comes in. But it doesn't, because I'm winning material here. He has to play rook c8. If he plays rook c8, does knight c6 win material? Yeah, but it's very unclear on this side of the board. f3 is better first. And after rook takes c1, he gets to save himself. Oh, but he's losing a piece no matter what. There's no saving this knight, right? Yeah, f3 would have been brilliant. That was a nice clearance. So G5. I mean, I had a very clear vision of what I wanted to do to try to win. Rook to G1 is the second best move. Queen A3 is easier because his knight is just completely trapped. He has nothing going on with his knight. Queen A3 was probably best. But then he might have this square. Right? And he didn't see what was going on in this position, so F3 traps the knight. C'est la vie. Rook H1. Much more solid, protecting my weaknesses, right? And now I've got too many weaknesses. I'm struggling up a piece here. I did think about rook to G4, but this move actually won me the game in a roundabout way. Because then I get it by exchanging rooks. Rook C8 check. Oh, Queen A3. I missed Queen A3? It's not that clear. Queen A3, Queen D4. Yeah. I missed Queen A3. I'm missing those a lot. I'm going to save that one for myself. That was huge. So F5, G takes F6 check, or E takes F6 check. G takes F6 check. And it's made. I would have found that. That was very cool. Namaste, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. We need to choose where we're headed off to next. We don't have any coverage. We have no coverage of the U.S. Championship, but it's not started yet. Anyway, we wouldn't be there. I would raid Eric Rosen, but he has never acknowledged us. So, on that note, Key Chess. Let's send everyone over to Key Chess. He will appreciate it. He's working hard, and he started on the saxophone now, too. Let's just give him something that we needed to do for a long time. And give him a chance. Alright? Pretty pleased, and thank you. We're going to make his day, hopefully. Rafael Vaganians, and Tapas New, by the way. It's Tapas New Chess. If you've not seen our calendar of birthdays, you can find out whose birthday it is today. Thank you again, Momo Chess, for the raid. Namaste. Please subscribe to the YouTube. The link is there. I will talk to everyone soon. Thank you very much. Ciao.